everyone, and welcome to Leave No Trace Cooking Show. I'm Grateful Heart, and I'm really excited to share with you 5 really great, amazing tips that you can use in your own kitchen for leaving no trace and reducing food waste. And why is that important? Well, food waste is one of the major contributions or one of the major things contributing to the whole climate crisis. So also, of course, Mother Earth is wonderful. She provides all these incredible resources, just like so many fruits and vegetables and the earth and all of the resources, including water. So it's important to conserve those resources to the extent that we can. So today I'm going to show you 5 amazing tips for leaving no trace while you're cooking. And I'm also going to show you some really cool, one really cool recipe today, making carrot top pesto. And all of my recipes will be vegan, although you don't have to be vegan to enjoy the recipes. So even if you eat meat or you're an omnivore, no problem at all. My recipes are all plant-based, which is great for everyone because to the extent that you can get more plants into your diet, it's just healthy. So I will be giving you a number of health tips as well. I do work as a health and wellness educator. So let's get started. So tip number 1 is if you can use all of the stuff that you have at home and not have as much food waste, you will be amazed that you won't have to go to the grocery store that often. So during the shutdown during COVID, I never went to the grocery store at all. I had a few deliveries, mostly farm to table, fruits and vegetables, and that alone can save your footprint quite a bit if you don't have to go to the grocery store every day, or especially if you don't have to drive. So normally I do farm to table, vegetables. These I got at the grocery store, but if you get carrots farm to table, they usually include the stalks. I got these at the grocery store, so for the sake of this video. So it's not exactly the most abundant, head of, the carrot tops aren't the most abundant, but we can still use these So first of all, tip number 1, leave no trace cooking means less trips to the grocery store. Tip number 2 is, this is a really cool tip, when you're washing your vegetables, so if you do use carrot tops, or if you use, let's just say you're gonna use these carrots, right? So first of all, tip number 2 is that you never, ever, 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 ever have to peel carrots or potatoes or beets or pretty much anything, including even kiwi. I even eat the skin off of kiwis. So the skin on potatoes and carrots in particular are really good for you. Also apples, right? Pears, apples. You never, ever have to peel any of these things, no matter what the recipe is, you can just use them. So tip number 3 is that when let me just bring the computer here over so you can see. When you're washing your vegetables, what I have is a pitcher of water. You can use your watering can or whatever, so that when you're washing the vegetables, get a good scrub brush. You can wash all the dirt off, right, with a good scrub brush. And then my water, instead of going down the sink, I have this huge pitcher of water that I can water my garden with. So it's really awesome. I just figured that out recently, and I'm really excited that I don't have to waste any water. So this recipe doesn't call for carrots, but again, if you're using carrots, there's no need to peel the skin. So tip number 4 is that never, ever, ever throw out your carrot tops. So carrot tops are really an incredible source of nutritious leafy greens, and you can make pesto out of them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and rip them off here. I will use my carrots another time. I've already washed these quite a bit, but I'll just wash them a little bit more. So carrot tops in particular are, you know, carrots, just carrots and things like that that grow in the ground. They can accumulate a lot of dirt, so it's actually really important that you know, wash them carefully. You can use a lettuce spinner to wash them, or what I'm doing is just washing them in the sink with my pitcher underneath so that I conserve the water. I'm just going to give it a good rinse. Okay, now I'm going to dry my hands. And I'm going to bring my computer over to my food processor because you won't believe how easy this is to make this. See if you can see me here. All right, so I'm just going to I'm basically just throwing these carrot tops just like that in the food processor. And to make carrot top pesto, it's really easy. It does require so to make any pesto, all you need is really leafy greens. You can use basil, you can use kale, you can use spinach, but again, today we're gonna make carrot top pesto. So instead of using cheese, because I'm a vegan, to give it a little bit of flavor, I'm using both lemon zest as well as lemon juice. So another tip, my final tip, is that if you are going to use lemon juice, what you want to do is you want to first zest the lemon while the lemon is whole. So this is my lemon zester. This is a really nice device. And so it's really hard to zest a lemon once it's cut. So when it's whole, you want to zest it. And where is my lemon zest? I have to go get it. There it is. So I already zested this earlier, so I don't take up too much of your time today. So here's the lemon zest that I got using that little device while the lemon was whole. And then, so if you have a recipe that calls for lemon zest, you can just use a whole lemon and then stick the lemon that's zested. It's already been zested, so it looks like it's been deferred or something, and you can just stick it in the refrigerator and you can use that lemon, so you never want to throw that out, right? So in fact, lemon zest and lemon skin is a really great way to add flavor to your food, especially if you're vegan and you don't want to use a lot of dairy products or cheese. This is a great alternative when you're making your pesto, is to use both lemon zest and lemon juice. And so again, we're using the whole lemon, yay. And sometimes if you don't have a zester, no problem at all. I've often just cutting, I can show you, well, anyway, you can just cut little pieces off. If you need like a teaspoon of lemon zest, you can just cut a little bit off of the skin and use that. So it works really well. So we're gonna get started on making our pesto, yay. So all you do is put your leafy greens in. And by the way, it's really important to have 2 cups of leafy greens every day if you want to have optimal health. So by conserving your carrot tops, you're also conserving your health. So let's see, I am gonna go ahead and just put in a teaspoon of lemon juice that I've already squeezed, 1 and 2. And this is a really great device, again, for just one of these old-fashioned lemon squeezers. And if you press really hard, get a good workout, and you use all of the lemon, you can see there's like nothing left to this thing. So 1 teaspoon of lemon juice, and then I've already done this zest. So I'm just gonna put like a teaspoon of lemon zest in here. You won't believe how easy this is. And then some garlic. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So garlic, I just get the garlic, you know. And if you need to know how to peel garlic, you basically just take your hand and press down really hard, and then you can just peel the skin off really quickly. So I'm doing, you can usually put in, if you have a lot of leafy greens, put in 2 cloves of garlic. I'm just gonna use 1 giant one. And then you need like something for protein or fats. And so with carrot top pesto, they often call for sunflower seeds. It gives it like a nice salty taste. You can also take walnuts, and you can toast walnuts. Just 5 minutes. You can toast these in a frying pan, and it will come out really nice. So either way, today I'm just going to use sunflower seeds. So I'm going to go ahead and measure out some sunflower seeds. I'm going to measure out a 1/2 cup. So a 1/2 cup of sunflower seeds, or a 1/2 cup of walnuts. And then I'm going to, if you have more leafy greens, you might want 3 tablespoons of olive oil. I think I might just do 2 today, since I don't have too much, I don't have a lot of leafy greens. And all you do, I'm smoking it all up. Oh wow, it looks great. It smells so good. It's so great when you have great fresh fruits and vegetables that are all getting chopped up, and they smell wonderful. Hang on, I'm gonna grab my, oh, I forgot my little food scraper. Hold on. Okay, so, sorry about that. I'm just gonna scrape this all in. Wow, this looks really good. Okay, I'm just gonna give it one more little. Okay, I think we're good to go. Ah, it smells great. So this is what it looks like, carrot top pesto. It looks like any pesto, right? I mean, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful, actually. It smells so good. So let's see. The rest of this, I'm gonna put this here so I can show you the completed thing. You can't see me very well there. Let me see where I can put this so you can see a little better. Well, hopefully that's good enough. So I made some gluten-free noodles. They're right here. These are organic gluten-free noodles. You can use whatever noodles you like. I try to be gluten-free. And so I'm just gonna take these noodles that are hot. It's important that your noodles are hot. These are a little too hot. They're sticking to the, okay, here we go. So I'm gonna put my hot noodles into the pan that I cooked it in, because this is also hot. And then I'm just gonna scoop some of this pesto right into the hot pasta that I just drained. And I'm just gonna stir it up. So again, when you're making pesto, you wanna make sure, oh, you know, I think I forgot to put salt and pepper. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay, so anyway, I'm just gonna put a little salt here and pepper. And then I'm gonna just stir this up. It looks so good. I can't wait to eat it. So what's great about this recipe is that you can make the pesto while you're, you know, just cooking the pasta. And so it really, the whole meal it takes like less than 10 minutes to make the whole thing. Super fast.